Hey everybody, welcome back. Yesterday I sent you a video and an email about the Klondike Gold Rush and people stampeding towards the good life when there's a trend, and then how starting with service is important and how creating success in your business is not so much about finding this magic trick or hack or anything like that. It's about hard work, finding a good idea, and persistence and time, among other things. So in this video, I want to tell you a little bit about something slightly controversial that ruffled a few feathers with some people in my audience, students, and possibly will ruffle some feathers of the people watching this or reading the email. It's nothing crazy offensive or anything like that, of course not, but it's an idea that I think upsets people because it gets to the root of where people struggle nowadays, especially when it comes to their own personal freedom and achieving something or failure. So here's the deal. When you discover your purpose, understand your mission, and define concrete values to live by, and you have a vision for your life and business, suddenly you start to become more yourself, and your true path becomes apparent. Now, the benefits of realizing this include razor focus, growing a backbone, knowing what you stand for, eliminating wastes and things that don't matter. Sometimes relationships that are maybe negative, you find ways around those, or maybe letting certain people go. You get to the point. You acquire longer term vision instead of opting for the instant gratification. You get patience for the long road if it means better success down the line. You'll forego, kind of like in that study where they put children down on in front of a marshmallow, and they said, if you can wait 5 minutes, or it was like something like 2 minutes, I'm going to leave the room. I'll be back in 2 minutes. If you choose to wait, I'll give you another marshmallow. But if you want, you can eat this marshmallow at any time, but you won't get a second one. And they studied that some of the kids who waited and didn't opt for instant gratification, they went on to be more successful, and they were able to hold off on instant gratification for further success and happiness down the line. There are also downsides to this realization, this understanding yourself and crafting a vision and mission and getting concrete on your principles and values. Things like having to say no to certain people or opportunities. Saying no can be hard because when you're establishing boundaries, it's hard to enforce those because you're embracing conflict, and that can be tricky. It can also be annoying or even offensive to some people if they don't agree with you on your principles, your beliefs, or your values, your goals. And that can sometimes be a tricky road to navigate as well. Opting out of instant gratification in exchange for delayed gratification, which also can be difficult. When you have a nice opportunity in front of you now that maybe is easier or appealing at the moment, but you opt out of that for something that's more in line with your mission, that won't pay off until later down the line. That can be tempting. Also, it's vulnerable and scary to define yourself, who you are, your values, your mission, and make it clear to the world, your friends, and your customers. Because that means some people aren't going to be a good fit for your product or service. As the old saying goes, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I think that's true. I believe that if you don't know your mission, you don't define a vision or discover your core values, what you stand for, you're essentially a blank slate for somebody else to impart their mission, vision, and values onto you. Kind of like a sponge that soaks up the trends, ideologies, and compelling ideas that make the most noise or appeal at the moment. Following a trend is easy. There's no friction. It's comfortable to say yes. Avoiding conflict or disagreement is natural. Standing your ground, however, is hard. It's difficult to say no. It's hard to stick to your principles when somebody else is telling you that you are wrong. But here's the hard truth. The world needs you, not society's groomed and handcrafted version of you. And you don't get to be yourself when you follow everybody else's mission, vision, values, principles, and rules. And forgive me for sounding too forward, but if you want to stand a hair of a chance at succeeding in business, creating work that matters to you, and providing for your family and community in a meaningful way, you must actually know what matters to you. You must discover what you were made for. You must intimately understand what you're afraid of. You must get to know the person you spend the most time with, yourself. You must build your foundation on your vision, mission, and core values. And before you can help solve other people's problems, solve your own. Put your own oxygen mask on before assisting others. And unfortunately, that's what many business courses, MBAs, or some Instapreneurs won't tell you. Because in our me culture of self-service, it's much easier to sell the glamour of the good life than it is to sell the reality of meaningful work and selfless service. I could have made a business course about how to get rich, achieve the good life, and serve yourself. That would be easy for me to accomplish. I have a theater background, I'm highly extroverted, and I have no problem selling. But I didn't do that. There are no tricks up my sleeve, and my unapologetic approach of fixing yourself, building a foundation, hard work, and serving others will probably turn some people off. But if you're the type of person who's disenchanted with the way things are, and you're ready to dig deep, work hard, and launch a business doing work that matters to you, I'd like to invite you to walk with me further on this journey. In tomorrow's video and email, I'm going to give you some information about my brand new course called Launch, plus an opportunity to get early bird access for a truly reasonable price. And if you're not afraid to dive deep, do hard work, and you're ready to take an honest approach to learn how to start a business from scratch in any niche, even if you have no customers, no offer, and no idea where to start, Launch just may be an excellent fit for you. So keep an eye out for that email tomorrow, and I got another video for you. Cheers, see you then.